lethal performance for my 2019 Mustang GT convertible. It's time to add more power. Hey, it's Dino here and welcome back to GTA GT. In this box right here, there's a power pack level 2 from Lethal Performance. Okay, so what we have here, this is the lower tube. This collects the cold air and brings it into this lower casing. So this is the lower casing. It kind of goes like this. Okay, so this collects the cold air. Cold air goes in here. Filter goes in here. Okay. So the air goes through the filter. And then it goes in here. So this tubing has the mass airflow housing in here. This is where the sensor goes. So the cold air goes through here, the filter, through this tube, and then it goes through here, through this tube. This tube attaches here, and this attaches to the throttle body of the engine. What we have here, we have this cover, and this cover goes onto here. Okay, so what makes this Roush system unique is actually this tubing right here. This tubing has the housing for the mass airflow right here. And what this tubing does is this allows you to either have your system tuned or not tuned. If you want to run the system without a tune, you have to keep this sleeve inside here. Okay, this allows for less air to come through. If you're gonna run a tune, once you install the system, you take this sleeve off. This will allow for way more air to go through here, okay, and through the system and into the engine. So we're gonna run a tune once I install the system. So I'm gonna have this off, and I should be able to get 36 horsepower to the wheels running the system with a tune. So I should be able to feel that, and it'll be interesting to see if I actually do feel it. Well, I'm ready for the install, so I'm gonna go grab some tools and I'll get on with it. Okay, so I'm ready to install the Roush cold air intake. So here are some of the items that have to come out. This has to come out, the positive battery cable. The stabilizing bar's got to come out, the engine cover's coming out. Then the stock system is going to have to come out. This tube here, this noise reducer tube. And there's a bolt in there, somewhere deep in there that I got to get. That's going to be tough. And the rest of it should hopefully be straightforward. The mass air's got to come out. The sensor. This vacuum tube's got to come out. All right, we'll see how it goes. the mass airflow sensor has a red little clip that you got to pull out right here. Then you also want to take this clip off from the stock air filter so you can pull it out. Okay, for this cable here, you have to reach underneath. See, it goes in here. You have to reach underneath, and there's this little lever right here. So you move it up, pull, and it comes out. Okay, so this is out. Here's that red little clip you got to push out, pull it out from here. You also take this out from here. Okay, you pull it out. Okay, next is this right here, and we need pliers for that. So I'm going to go get some pliers and I'll pull it out. Okay, this thing right here was a real pain in the butt. There's a little bolt inside there, deep inside. Couldn't get to it. So what I did is I gently used the pry bar, and it popped out nicely, very nicely for me. So it worked out really, really well. So now I'll be able to put this piece of rubber here, this cover on the hole, and then I'm all set to put the Roush air intake in. This was the final step. The sound bar, whatever it is, it's finally out. Use the pry bar, came right out. No damage, nothing. Worked out beautifully. Now we plug the hole. Okay, last one to come out here, and then the stock air box should be free to come out. Oh, that's tight. Okay, I'm gonna need both hands for this. Okay, so I'm gonna put most of the Roush intake together inside the house. I've already put this together. And something important to note here is this is the housing for the mass airflow sensor here. So when it goes on the car, relative to the sensor, there's an arrow here, and you want this pointing down. So here's your sensor, and the arrow should be pointing down this way. So the sensor's right here, arrow pointing down this way. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put it together. Okay, there's 2 bolts that go in here to hold the filter down. These are the bolts right here. Okay, this tubing, this collects all the cold air, goes in here. There it is. Snap it in, snap it to place. Beautiful. So this is what we got so far. Now we're going to put the cover. Okay, we have bolts to go in here. So let's put those on. Okay, I'll get them started and I'll alternate putting the bolts down so they all fit in there. I don't want to do one side and then the other side doesn't line up. So I'm going to alternate. Wouldn't you know it, the kit is missing a bolt. The kit's missing a bolt. Look at that, that looks so nice. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, it's time to take it out, put it in the car. Okay, so these have to come out from the stock system and they have to go on the Roush system. Okay, this is your sensor, mass airflow, and then this is for fastening purposes and like a shock absorber. So these will now go on the new system and then I'll throw it in. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Your mass airflow sensor right here. Okay, that little piece of rubber here and the other one here with the little steel bracket. Okay, time to install. Okay, it's time to drop the Roush in. Everything's ready for it. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's in. Now we'll get the tubing, put that on. Okay, we're gonna use the same bolt from the stock system in here, and then we plug everything back together and we're done. Okay, the install is complete. Okay, so I'm done the install. The only thing left to do now is tune the car so it can drive properly. So I have a tune from Lund and I have an N gauge. So stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to install the N gauge on the dash of the car and I'm going to tune the car, and then I'll go for some driving impressions. We'll see how the car drives. We'll see if I feel that 36 horsepower extra and 30 feet-pounds of torque. I mean, I should be able to feel that. I'm very excited about that. So stay tuned for the next episode. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. And as always, enjoy your car, but always be safe. Till next time.